Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me, please? Just confirm for me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Great, great, great. Yeah, so good morning once again, and you're all come to our very first meeting for the June 2023 tuition session. And it's me, the tutor session. It is not a tuition session. I'm not going to teach. It's to just engage with you, get to know you, you get to know me, and then also to know what is ahead of you in the next 2 months as you prepare to write the exam. So we would want to do some introductions. My video is on. I hope you can see me. Are you able to confirm if you can see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay, great, great. So my full name is Edem Agbate, and your tutor for financial reporting, FR. And once again, I welcome all of you to our June tuition. I'll be your guide throughout this period, including the revision. And all our engagements would be on the WhatsApp platform that we have created for FR. When you have questions, please put it on the WhatsApp page. Don't send it to me privately. Put it on your WhatsApp page. Then if you have any trouble on the study portal, put it on the platform. The admin would pick it up and address it. So I would want to take turns so you introduce yourselves. So you let us know your full name, your place of work, your expectations, and your commitment to write in June. And if it's possible, please turn on your camera so we can see you. So let me start with Richmond.
Good morning. My name is
Good
Richmond
morning.
Omlaji.
Yes, yes.
I'm not really new here. I was part of the March cohort. Unfortunately, I didn't sit for the exam. I currently work with Controller and Accountant General, and my expectation is to approach my study this time with an open mind. I would say I was quite overwhelmed with everything the previous time, but this time around, I want to give in my all and be abreast with everything. I mean everything, not only just passing the exam, but taking in everything and be able to practice. So that's my expectation this time around.
Great, great. I like that. So you are ready for June?
Yes, very much ready.
Good, good. Thank you so much. Let me move on. Samuel, your video is already on, so just do us the honors. Let's hear from you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning,
Please,
Samuel.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good morning. My name is Samuel Ajin. Currently, I'm self-employed. And my expectation, Duke Williams came in highly recommended when I decided to come back to ACCA. So I'm expecting to get all the professional guidance and coaching that I can, and hope to put in my best so that this time around, the FR will be the one touch for me.
Great, great. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, so you can turn on you can turn off your video for now. All right, thank you so much. Next, Ebenezer. Let's hear from you. Hello, Ebenezer, your audio is muted.
Sorry. Is it okay now?
Yeah. Yes, it's okay.
Yeah, my name is Eben and I'm also self-employed. And at the moment, this is my first time actually joining the Quilliam. I actually saw it on the ACCA site and I decided to pick it up. From recommendation and being rated as a golden star teaching facilitator, my expectation is at least to get a better understanding of the course I'm undertaking, that at every moment when I decide to apply it, I'll be able to give my very best to it.
Great, great. That's interesting. So you're welcome, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, great. All right. Let me pick the next person. Edward.
Hello.
Hello, Edward. Yes.
Yes, please, can you pass it on? Let someone else or a couple of people speak for now.
Right,
so I settle. I've been listening in my car. I've just come to park and I'm going to set up. And I'm on the phone. I'm going to set up on the laptop so I can.
Great. That's fine. That's fine. All right. That's fine. All right. Okay. Gloria, let's hear from you.
Hi. So my name is Gloria, and yeah, I work with Adyen. It's a fintech company, and I am based out of Ghana.
Gloria, unfortunately, we can't see you. We can't see you.
You can't see me. Oh,
yes, your camera is not showing.
But I don't know what's happening.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe I don't know. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So, like I said, my name is Gloria. I work with Adyen. It's a fintech company, and it's based outside of Ghana. I heard about Duke Williams from a friend, so it was through recommendation. And I've always hated numbers, and I just took on this ACCA journey to just face my fears. So far so good.
All right, great to have you.
Thank you.
All right. Next person, Frank. Hello, Frank. Can you hear me?
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Frank.
Yeah,
I can
please,
hear
can
you.
you hear me?
Go ahead. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
My name is Frank. I work with Elm Development and a real estate company. I've studied with Duke Williams before during my level 1 papers back in 2019, but I went on a break to do some other things, and I'm now continuing doing the FR. When I was doing the FA,
right. Good to be back.
Yes, I really enjoyed the class. The class was very fun. You made us understood everything, and I passed with. I think I passed 80%. I had 80% in FA, so I'm really happy to be back. And I hope this time around I also understand everything as you taught us in FA. Thank you very much.
Great. Frank, good to have you again on my FR course. It's going to be good. That I can promise you, and would get the same commitment like always. All right. Next person, Akosia.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. My name is Akosia, currently working with MTN Ghana. plan to take financial reporting in June this year. My expectation is to be able to get all concepts, follow up with all courses, all topics, so that by the time it's when the time is due, we can all successfully apply and pass. That's all. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. I like the last part, that you follow all the topics and ensure that you are ready for the exam. So that's good. All right. Next person, Mirabel.
Sorry, I can't put on my video. But I hope you can
That's
hear
fine.
me.
Yes, that's okay.
My name is Mirabel. I work with Machem Enterprises, an automobile accessories company. And what else? Yeah, so I've been studying with the Williams for some time, and I just wrote in March FM, so it's like I'm just continuing. My expectation is to learn all I have to and all I can, and to pass in June at the first time.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So because you've been with us, and also those of you who have been with us, you know the intensity with which we approach our courses, and I hope that you are all ready for it. Edward, are you ready now, or maybe you do it later? Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Edward.
Yeah,
yes.
So I could speak, but I can't yet have my video. Yeah.
That's okay.
My
So
name
you just speak to us. Yeah.
Okay. So my name is Edward, and I work with Schulte Maritime Services Ghana Limited. We are in the maritime industry, and there's a position coming up for which I've been advised to qualify as soon as possible. So I went researching at the ACCA site and other places, and I came across. I'd never heard about Duke Williams, but then I came across Duke Williams as a gold. Is it a gold partner? Is it a gold partner? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So that's how come I got in touch, and I was impressed with the customer service, and I'm looking forward to making it as soon as possible with Duke Williams. However, it's been many years since I wrote my last papers, and I'm very busy as well. So I decided to actually sit for September. However, begin the tuition now.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see how it goes. Maybe you might change your mind along the line to do it in June instead. But not to worry.
I hope so.
So you take it as it goes, and then we'll share a few tips on how you can study same time as you work, and many of you here have done already, and you have been able to pass your exam. So great to have all of you, and I'm looking forward to a very intense and engaging semester with you guys, and also hoping that you all pass your exams first time. So I'll put off my camera now and start sharing my slide. Please confirm if you can see my slide.
Yes, please.
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can.
Great. Overview, where we have introduction, which we have already done. Next is maintaining consistency and discipline, how you get the best out of your online studies. Issue about assignment, progress report, study groups, then paper-specific concerns, which is the FR. Then we also look at ACCA study support for CBE. Then the June exam entry deadline, Then we have an event called ACCA Result What Next, which will be in April. So this is the brief we're going to cover. Introduction we've done. So let me move on quickly to maintaining consistency and discipline. Now, it's very important that as you begin the semester, you start as soon as possible. Do not delay watching the videos. Do not procrastinate your schedules or your activities. Start as soon as possible. And to do that, you need a personal timetable. The personal timetable should be a daily personal timetable. And my advice is that you take at least an hour out of the 24 hours available to you. Take at least an hour within the day to watch the video. If you can do more, that's a plus. But the point is, let me get back. If you can do more, that's a plus. Ensure that minimum an hour a day. This should be a routine from now until you finish the exam. And I've always said that for you to be successful on your ACCA journey, it takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of commitment for you to be successful. Yes, work will not go away. Work will always be there. But the same energy, the same dedication you put to your work, please ensure you put same to your ACCA journey. Otherwise, you will struggle along the line. You struggle on this journey. Those who have been successful in the past, it has been as a result of hard work, a lot of sacrifice. And my concern is that yes, work, yes, but we can make time. And I always say that if it is to reduce your sleeping hours within these 2 months, please do that. If it is 2 hours you're going to take from your sleeping hours, please do that. And it will be worth it. It will be worth every minute of it. Don't leave gaps. Don't leave any day unattended where you are not going to watch the video. You know your schedules. Is it early morning that you watch the videos? Is it at dawn that you watch the videos before you leave for work? Or just after you close, you want to stay back and watch the video before you get home? Or you are a late night person that you can do this late in the evening before you go to bed? You know, and I'm saying that it is a must if you want to pass the exam. And if you want to understand all the principles which will translate to your work. The study materials, by now you should have your study materials. So if you haven't, get in touch with the admin. The recommended book is the BPP, but if you have already bought a Kaplan, that's fine. You can still use it. So you get a workbook, you get a revision kit. How do you get the best out of your online studies? We know this is a new phenomenon. It's a new way of learning, but we are already used to it, and we want same from you. It's not your typical classroom learning, but it should be as though you are in a classroom. So you are seated by your table and your chair, you are by your desk. Use a laptop or a tablet or a desktop to watch the videos. Don't use your phone. And the reason why we say don't use your phone is to avoid distractions. If you are watching a video and then you have calls coming in, messages coming in, that will distract your flow and your understanding. So minimize the use of the phone, and if possible, don't use it at all. And also, whilst you are watching the videos, please, your phone can be on silent. Just, try to avoid distraction. And one of the things I often say is that if you're watching a video, have a clear objective to achieve after watching the video. And how do you do that? The syllabus or study guide is there for each of the topics that we'll be covering. And in the detailed syllabus guide, you have some sort of questions on the various topics. Now, let me give you an example. Conceptual framework is one of the very important topics you must understand. So in watching the video on conceptual framework, clearly you should know what the framework is. What is it about? When we say conceptual framework for financial reporting, what is it about? What is it? What is the objective for financial reporting, which is in the framework? You must know what the objective of financial reporting is. What are the key elements of financial statement, which is also in the framework? The elements of financial statement, right from the asset, liabilities, equity, income, expenses. You should know each of them with examples. Then you should also know the recognition criteria. Now, for each of the elements that you'll be dealing with, there is a recognition criteria which is set in the framework. So after watching a video on conceptual framework, it should clearly explain what recognition criteria is. Then what measurement bases are available for each of these elements. And that is how financial reporting is structured. There's a 4-pillar for reporting. And I'll share that with you maybe later when I get to the details of the FR. If not, one of you can remind me. So the measurement basis, you should know them after you watch the video. Then how is the presentation of financial statement like? How is it presented? Very important. So after you have watched the video and you are not able to explain these objectives or these areas that you have set for yourself, that means that you have not been able to cover or know or understand the principles set out in the video. You must go back and watch. And the good thing with the video is that you can always go back, watch as many times as you can. There's no limit on the number of times you can watch the video. You can play back, you can pause it. I mean, anything. So that's the advantage that the online provides. And as you watch the video, please make sure you take notes. Take summary notes. You can use mind map to summarize some of the concepts. And I do that a lot in the videos. So you'll see me writing a lot on the slides. You can pause and then write those notes down. It will be good for your revision. Issue of assignments, yes, very important. As the Quillians, we see assignments as compulsory. You must do them. And assignments will be part of your progress report, which will issue to you later. Then the assignment would also allow you to practice on the ACCA platform. So you are familiar with the platform, how you can navigate around the platform. Then because I'm going to mark the assignments, you easily know your progress. You identify your strengths, your weaknesses, which areas you need to improve. So you put in the work. Otherwise, you leave it too late and you're not too sure areas you are good at. You are not too sure areas that you have weakness. For progress report, often sometimes your employers, when they sponsor your tuition and your exam, they would want to know how you are progressing. So we issue progress reports as and when it is requested. And we also issue to you personally, which is a must. We will do that via email. And in the future, when you come back to us for recommendations or reference letters, we would have to go back and look at your progress report. And the progress report often covers your participation in class, your assignments, and the videos you have been able to watch throughout the semester. All this will be on record. So if it is the case that you have not been able to do all of these activities, then we have no record to fall on to issue reference. So let's take note of this. Formation of study groups, we advise you to have online study groups. You can meet on Teams or any other medium you want, minimum of 3 or maximum of 4. And you can get to discuss some of the topics and also the assignments after we have marked them. And the other part of the assignment is that the debriefs are always going to be available on the portal for you to look at. So you do the assignment, you submit automatically, and I mark. Then you go back and follow on the debrief to revise. Please take note of our face-to-face timetable, and this will be a classroom tuition session. But mainly it's going to be an exam technique session where I'm going to use the practice platform to solve a lot of questions with you. And the date is Sunday, 16th April. And the class will start from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. at our Mamprobi campus. Please save this date on your calendar so you don't forget and plans towards it. Very, very important session in the semester. Please take note. Now, paper-specific concerns. The FR syllabus is huge. The FR syllabus is very huge, a lot of topics to cover. But many students have passed over the years with high scores, and you can do same. Now, the structure of the exam is that you have the session A, session B, session C. Now, the session A and B is multiple choice questions, MCQs, with 60% of the marks. And that is where the work is. And you can only pass the MCQs when you have studied and know the knowledge, because it is going to be application of the knowledge to the questions. And one of the areas that students struggle with is the multiple choice. But that comes with learning the principles. And financial reporting is all about principles. It's all about principles. You must know the principles before you can apply. And the MCQs, the options you are given to choose from, they have been simulated such that almost everything you do, you find an answer. Almost every calculation step you take, you are likely to have an answer. So if you don't know the knowledge, you might think that you have selected the correct answers, but those answers are wrong. So that's the challenge with the multiple choice. So clearly you must know the knowledge before you can apply. Now, other topic areas to concern which feature a lot in the exam. Financial instruments. Financial instrument is a key topic. You have the standards IAS 32, IFRS 7, and IFRS 9 on the financial instruments. As we progress on the course, you will look at the videos on the financial instrument. Then we have a consolidation, group accounts. So all parts of consolidation, the consolidation principles, the preparation of financial statement, P&L, and then the financial position statement. You must know them. Then the interpretation of financial statement is a key part of the FR exam and is compulsory question in the session C. You would always have interpretation question in the session C. So this is the overview for FR and what to expect. Now, I mentioned earlier that I would want to highlight the 4 pillars of reporting. Now, the 4 pillars of reporting mainly are centered around 1, recognition, 2, measurement, measurement. 3, presentation. 4, disclosure. Now, when we say recognition, what do we mean? Recognition is the process of introducing an item on a financial statement. What that means is that there is a measuring scale or yardstick that we have to use to, or more like a criteria, a benchmark, that any transaction the business undertakes, we have to use the criteria to gauge to see, does it qualify to be on the financial statement? So that's recognition. So is it an asset? Is it liability? Is it capital? Or is it equity? Is it income? Is it expense? Does it qualify to be on the financial statement? So recognition. Now, let me give you an example. If you take a motor vehicle, let's say the business purchased a motor vehicle. You have a definition of asset. Now, this asset is an economic resource as a result of past events. So this economic resource is controlled by the entity as a result of past events. Now, what does it mean in terms of definition? It means that for the vehicle, the business would control the use of the vehicle. It means that the business will use the vehicle to carry out its activities. Therefore, it is going to have income from the use of the vehicle. So that is the economic benefits coming into the business because of the use of the vehicle. Now, if the vehicle meets these criteria, which is the recognition, then we say that we bring it on the face of the financial statement. Then the vehicle qualified to be recognized because it will bring in economic benefits. We control it. Then the next question is measurement. Now, if we are bringing the vehicle to the financial statement, how much should be the value? Should we only consider the cost we have bought it, or other related costs we have incurred to buy the vehicle? And that's the measurement. So how much should be the value of the asset when we are bringing it onto the financial statement? So there's a clear criteria on what to measure and how much or how to measure it. What to measure and how to measure it. That's the second pillar of recognition. So for instance, if the vehicle we have paid, maybe we have imported a vehicle, we have paid for the amount to the supplier, we have paid import duty, and when we are clearing from the port, we have paid other costs. And then we have to carry we have to tow the vehicle from the port to our premises. All these costs are necessary to get a vehicle. Then the principle is that we have to add all of these costs together. That we call it initial measurement. How much should be the value at the initial stage? Then as we use the vehicle, then we say subsequent measurement. Now, subsequent measurement is that the value of the vehicle reduces over time. Therefore, we need to depreciate the vehicle. We need to revalue the vehicle and so on. So there is a subsequent measurement. So as the value of the vehicle reduces, the cost would pass to P&L. So there's a clear criteria on how to measure subsequently the vehicle. So that's about the measurement. Now the third pillar talks about presentation. Now presentation goes with classification. So when we take the financial statement, which part of the financial statement should we put the vehicle? Should we put it in the P&L? Should we put it in a financial position? Yes, we should put it in a financial position. Of course, part of the cost will go to P&L, which is the depreciation. But the bulk of the value of the vehicle will go to the financial position because it's an asset. Then we say that the financial position statement has sections. So which of the sections do we put it? Should it be part of liabilities? Should it be part of equity, or should it be part of asset? Yes, it should be part of asset. Then again, under the asset, there is a further classification or grouping. It should be part of non-current assets. That's where it belongs because we use it over a long period beyond 1 year or 2 years. So it will be part of what? Current, non-current assets. That is a presentation. Very important pillar. Then the last pillar, which is the disclosure, talks about the notes. So this vehicle we have bought, we need to tell the users that we have bought this vehicle. So the particular vehicle will be disclosed in the notes. Then the depreciation method we have adopted for the vehicle, often straight line, would be disclosed in the notes. Then how many years do we intend to use the vehicle? All of this will be in the notes. Then we call something a non-current asset schedule, which will often come from the asset register. So the schedule basically is the cost, how much depreciation have we charged on it, what is the current amount as at the date we are preparing a financial statement. So the asset schedule will give us these details. And then subsequently, if we have bought additional vehicles, all of these will be grouped together. Or maybe on that particular vehicle, if maybe you have changed the engine, which enhances its performance, we would have to add it to the cost of the asset and so on. So there is a need to disclose the asset schedule in the notes. Now, these 4 pillars, when you understand them well, then you can flow with reporting. So each of the standards that you'll be looking at, all the IFRSs or the IASs you'll be looking at, the design or the development of this standard are around these 4 pillars. So if you take a standard on liability, there's a recognition, there's measurement, there's presentation, there is disclosure. Now, I'll pause here and then see if you have any question based on what I have talked about relating to financial reporting specifically. Any question? Hello, any question on the pillars or the details of the FR syllabus or the exam? All right, if there are no questions, let me continue with my presentation. The next thing I want to talk about is the study support from the ACCA. So there are 3 links that you would have to follow and go and engage with the resources there. The first one takes you to the practice platform guide, how you can access the practice platform. Then the second one gives you a guide to the specimen exams. And then the last one, which is very important as well, takes you to learn further learning support on how to access the CB resources. So let me quickly take you through those links, these 3 links. So this is the very first one. Takes you to how to access the CB platform support. So there are a number of videos here on the web page when you follow the link. This one is introduction to the practice platform. You must watch this video. Then how you can use the blank workspace, how you can assign content to yourself. Also, there's a video on it. Managing your work space, how you can arrange your responses on the exam environment. how you can use the scratch pad, especially for the MCQs, and then how you can access the marking guides and sample answers. Very important videos to watch. And my advice is that between now and tomorrow, engage with these resources. Engage with all of these resources. Then here, there is a PDF of the guide that you can download and read. So this is about the access to the platform. Now, the next one takes you to the guide to the specimen exams. All the papers have their own specimen exam. So the FR has the specimen exam. So how you can use the specimen exam, there's a guide on this page that you have to follow and get to. So please ensure you're able to do that. Then the last one, very important, is the further learning support. Now the further learning support, this is what you get. You have access to word processing exercise using this link. Then you have access to spreadsheet exercise using this link. Many of you complain that you have difficulty using the spreadsheet. So please, when you follow this guide, you can learn a lot from here. Then again, there's another link to the ACCA practice platform. Now, there is video on how you can cut and paste, how you can set table, and so on. So very useful guide here for you to take advantage of. Now, let me go back to my slide. Now, the June standard exam entry deadline is 1st May. Please take note and pay. Don't wait to the last day before you pay. You can have challenges on the last day. So please take note. The exam fee, as I checked this morning, is £132. Please don't wait till the last day before you pay. Otherwise, you'd want to enter for the late exam entry, which is very expensive, £339. That's a lot of money. So please plan ahead of time and register. The March exams will be released on 17th April. And at the Quilliams, we have an event called ACCA Exams What Next, which will be on Tuesday, 18th April. What we mainly do during this session is to advise you. Sometimes there can be shocks after the exam results have been released. How can you manage all of these shocks or emotions? How can you even plan ahead after you have passed on the next papers to take? And if you are a student, what we advise is that after the exam, quickly take the next paper. You don't have to wait until the results have been released before you think of the next paper. It might be too late. Look at the time. The results will be released 17th April, by which time we have done more than half of the semester in terms of tuition, and you'll be too late. So let's take note. So this is where I'll end my presentation on the slide. The next thing I want to take you through or show to you is the, okay, let me ask, are we all familiar with the study portal? Are we all able to get the resources available? Have we downloaded the PDFs and so on? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, yes.
I've been to the portal and watched a couple of videos. I'm yet to download any PDF.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
I found them to be user-friendly.
Great, great. So please, the whole tuition materials are available for you to download. And let me just show that briefly. On the course portal, you would find the materials and the course material. So when you click on the course material, all of these resources are available for you to download, including the spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet, their questions are already solved. So you will see the question, and then you also see the question and the solutions. Then we have FR compiled technical articles, which you have to read. And so you can download the folder as a zip file. Then you can split it later, or you can download it one after the other. So these are the course notes available for you. The FR technical articles, they are available on the ACCA website. I would encourage you to go and read as we progress. And I'll be sharing some of the links with you later, but do not wait for me to share the link. You can as well go to the ACCA website and read on the FR technical articles. So for instance, the first one, Extreme Makeover. Part of these, if I click on it, part of it is on the conceptual framework. Mainly is conceptual framework. It is a very detailed write-up on conceptual framework. Very, very useful. So you can see here, chapter 1 of the framework gives you objective of general purpose financial reporting, qualitative characteristics, which is of relevance and faithful representation. Chapter 3, financial statements. Chapter 4, the elements. Very, very, very useful. So we have also on intangible assets. Can't touch this. It's just signaling that intangible assets are not, you can't feel them, you can't touch them. Then we have IFRS, we have financial instrument, provisions, depreciation, leases, revenue, deferred tax, and so on. So there are quite a number of the resources here for you to read. Any questions so far on what I've taken you through? Are we all okay? All right, if there are no questions, just to encourage you that your study starts now. Your studies start now. And I've already given you indication on what to do. So use the time between today and tomorrow. If possible, watch some of the videos before we start next Monday. I'll be sharing the lecture sequence for the week with you tomorrow evening. So when you get it, and even the videos have been grouped in weeks. So you get to see that each week, these are the number of videos you have to watch and so on. But we'll share with you the lecture sequence, because on the lecture sequence, there have been references to the revision material where you have to attempt other questions from the revision kit. Richmond, yes, your hand is up. Please ask your question.
Okay, my question is about the 18th of April, the results. Oh, I've forgotten the term. But I want to know if we can join
is the
that
ACCA,
meeting.
Yeah, it's the ACCA exam results session, and it's an online session. Yeah, it's an online session.
I'm asking if we can join the session as well, even though we didn't take the exam.
Yes, you can. You can. So what it is that the notice will be shared on all the platforms. I mean, the WhatsApp platforms, and the link will be shared as well, so you can join. There's a lot to take from that session. A lot of advice to take from that session, and you get to meet all the key directors and then the tutors of the Williams. Yes, any other question? Any other question? Maybe you might have heard something from your colleagues on FR and you want to clear your mind on. It could be anything. Or any advice you want. I hope I've given you enough advice already. Okay, so please.
Thank you.
Hello, Gloria. I didn't hear that.
No, I was just saying yes, thank you.
All right, good. So please, I want to allow you to go in and work with the resources, and I'll share the slide with you on the WhatsApp platform after the session. Now the recording would be uploaded later on the portal that you can go back and watch. Please, I'm just reminding you again that within the 24 hours, there's time to learn. Just as there's time to work, there's time to sleep, there's time to engage with family. See these as a serious project that you want to achieve or you want to accomplish, and give it the time that it deserves. That's all I'll say for now. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend. We would meet again, or we engage again on the WhatsApp platform.
Thank
you very much.